All right, so reality TV as a genre, often very fun, entertaining, exciting, challenging, loud, all of the things. And you got to think, who is the top dog, of the genre? And it's been going on for so many years, right? And I was doing an episode recently. Hey, randomly Ronnie Jr., reality TV expert, pop culture expert, something like that. I don't know. But if you want to support, patreon.com/randomly Ronnie Jr. Anyway, I was doing an episode about the great Coral from Real World Back to New York and the challenges, and she was on the show for so many years on MTV. She was the star of MTV, and I'm doing this episode, and I'm like, I'm first hearing like such a rumbling of like, Coral needs to come back. I'm hearing this rumbling that like Coral needs to come back. Everybody wants to see it. I know Mark Long, who is of course the grandfather of the challenge, has always been instrumental trying to get Coral back. Derek from Road Rules has a show, Challenge Mania with Scott, and they've been also very excited about Coral coming back to one of the shows. And then Beth and John, they were interviewing Coral even. So there's just so much attention behind when she's going to make this big return. So I do an episode about it. And then it poses the question, like, wait a minute, she might not just be reality TV's, great for MTV, that kind of thing. She might be one of the best ladies to ever do it. Now, this was off the idea of what Derek said.
If you can include Coral in anything as soon as possible before she's completely forgotten as being the queen of reality TV, the original queen of reality TV, not just the challenges, not just Real World. After her, there's only a few other queens that have owned reality TV that came after her.
Okay, so then I'm like, well, who is, essentially the big top dogs that can sit with Coral? Here's a little look at that episode. And it's like, that opens up my mind to be like, yeah, she's not just Real World Road Rules Challenge, a top tier at the genre of reality TV, but really one of the best ladies to ever do it. She goes up there with like a Tammy Roman. She goes up there with the Aubrey O'Day. She goes up there with the Kristen Cavallari. She goes up there with some of the Real Housewives. Like Coral, who could sit with Coral? Not many. And I had always thought that, but I always wondered if Coral just sort of, I don't want to say maxed out, but maxed out on like she was the MTV girl. But when you hear someone like Derek, who has been so instrumental in MTV, first from Road Rules, then to the challenge, and all the work he's doing now on the podcast, like he would know, and he sang it, and it makes me, pop culture expert, reality TV expert, say, yeah, no one does it better than Coral. But that is the question. And also, who does Coral sit up there with as she's one of the best reality TV ladies across the board? Who does she sit there with? Again, I think she sits there with like a Kristen Cavallari, with an Aubrey O'Day, with a Tammy, maybe a Jackie Christie because of the outrageousness. Jackie Christie is like, the commitment is there, right? Heather Dubrow and Terry Dubrow, Real Housewives of OC. I love Melissa Gorga. To me, Melissa Gorga is the top of the food chain on a lot of the stuff. Larsa Pippen. But who sits with Coral? Like, who is on her level? I thought maybe there would be a Daisy of Love, or the Rock of Love, the Heather, or Megan, Molly, one of the girls' names, I can't remember her name, Megan or Molly, Mallory, one of her, but she had to show that, remember this? She had to show that there was a very tragic situation that had happened on her show, and then she sort of stopped doing reality TV. But it had all these, all different gamuts, all different walks of life with reality TV. You had the Newlyweds, you had the Osbournes, but that became a different style of reality TV too, because those shows, you already knew the participating characters, and then you just kind of went behind the scenes with them. Coral in her era it was as if they went to casting and they got the best of the best, and that's who came to the show. You know who I think of like that too? Ooh, I'm putting her up there too. Who gets to sit with Coral as top reality TV ladies across the board? That's Sammy. Sammy Sweetheart. Sammy Sweetheart was the star of the show. But yeah, we got to get Coral back on the TV. That's just the only thing I could think.
You don't have to talk to him, but you don't have to sit there and laugh at him.
I'm a grown woman. Don't tell me how to act. I'm I'm an adult.
Rude, then.
I'm an adult.
Rude adult.
You're more rude.
All right, there's so many places you could go. There's so many people in the genre. Reality TV, for the most part, is supposed to be just a good and enjoyable time. Obviously, it's accelerated over the years. Specifically, some of the shows on Bravo have just really went to all these places. The game show style of reality TV, even dating shows on like Netflix, Hulu, it's in over gear, overcharge, at this moment. But the old school, it was about how amazing the talent and the cast were. And I think Coral was definitely one of the best to do it. So with all the names we're throwing around, who else joins her in like a top 5 countdown of best reality TV ladies to ever do it? I mean, there's just so many choices. Again, it's the CBS shows, or like a Big Brother, like an Amazing Race, Survivor, 50 seasons of that show. There's got to be someone there. There was The Swan back in the day. And of course, some of the ideas and the names that I mentioned. But who gets to sit with Coral as being one of the top 5 reality TV queens of all time? How did Derek say it? Queens of all time.